dwindles good, Darkstar, all that stuff.
Solid.
Sick.
There's always, there's challenges with every business.
Sure.
And, Darkstar's a mature brand.
Yeah.
So we have our challenges, but it's rad. I get to work with my brother. He's the creative director. We started it together in 1997.
Right. Wow.
So, past 20 years.
Yeah.
It's a good accomplishment.
You started it after the A team went down, and then you were doing wheels.
Yeah. So started it out of my garage. My dad used to do Amway. It was a multi-level marketing thing. Sold, dishwasher soap and shampoo and vitamins and shit like that.
Okay.
So he had like a little warehouse set up in our garage, and he got out of that business. He's a dentist, so his main business was dentistry, of course, and he did that stuff on the side. And 1997, I just got on Globe and had a conversation with Gary Valentine, like, hey, I think I want to start a brand. What do you think I should do? He's like, what's not going to cost a lot of money? What can you store in a small amount of space? What can you, subcontract to an OEM supplier?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And, my brother being a graphic artist, just graduating San Luis Obispo with an art degree, or a graphic art degree. He did all the first graphics. And I was like, wheels. I'll do wheels.
Yeah.
So it was like the last $10,000 I had in my bank account I spent on the first production run.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
$10,000. I just cleared all the Amway shit.
Just kidding.
Threw it away, replaced it with wheels. Built a little gate that blocked off a certain section of the garage with a lock, just in case anyone broke in. They couldn't get my shit.
That's gnarly. Take your last 10 grand and just try to start this brand.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too. Everyone tells you don't do it.
Well, skating, it's a shot. Sometimes it's a shot in the dark.
It's only Spitfire. It's only Bones. It's only. You're like, yeah, but
there's room.
If you make a good product, you can sell it.
Yeah, and you had a good team too.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and the wheel team, it was very large at that point. I felt like.
Well, when I first started, it was Mako Urabi, Gershon Mosley, Frank Harada, Ryan Kenrich, and myself. That was
okay.
You
kind of grew it further than that, though.
What had happened was after the first year, the wheel manufacturer saw the numbers I was doing, because I just talked to all the distributors that I, did tours with.
You're like, hey, Chet Thomas.
You want to buy some wheels?
Yeah.
Please? They're like, yeah, I'll take 100. I'll take 100. And then after a year, the wheel manufacturer's like, hey, who are you selling these wheels to? Because you're like selling more than some of our established customers. I'm like, just people I know.
Yeah. Right.
And then they actually licensed it from me. We tried to grow it a little bit, and when I got the license, or gave them the license, the deal was, okay, we need to develop our own urethane that you don't sell to everyone.
Interesting.
And that's how we developed the master urethane formula.
How do you develop urethane?
Well,
do you go into a lab? Or do they just give you samples?
It's chemists, and they know certain curatives and processes and all that type of shit.
What makes it? I don't understand. Explain this process to me.
I mean, there's certain attributes that have to do with abrasion resistance. Anti-flat spot stuff.
Sure.
Rebound, which has to do with speed.
Okay.
And you it's like a puzzle piece. You're putting all the pieces together, and you could bake this for a certain amount of time at a certain temperature, and you're going to get a certain outcome. So it's the chemists that really know the fine balance, and then it's people like us,
the testers,
put them under our feet and can really know the difference between something that actually works and something that's shit.
So do you go get the wheels and go out and do like 1,000 blunt slides and see?
Yeah, I wouldn't even go that far. I'd just push as fast as I can in a fucking parking lot and right into a 4-wheel slide. And if they lasted a long time, then I'd actually go skate them. Right. Because it's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Jumping fences, clipping locks, going to a ledge spot, skating, and you're like, these wheels suck. Now I have to fucking switch them out right away. So I do the parking lot test first before I actually go skate them.
And then you guys came up with your what was it called again? I'm sorry.
Master urethane.
Master urethane.
Yeah. And then after about a year doing that, they had balked on some royalty payments.
Oh.
So sent them a breach of contract. That's when right around the time that I got involved with World Industries and the A-Team. And they're like, hey, bring it here. I was like, okay, if I get out of the contract, I'll bring it there.
Wow.
So, it's funny. I sent them a breach, and literally they had my royalty check on their desk on the 31st day. And I was like, didn't give me the check. I'm out. Right?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And
you wanted out. Like,
Yeah, I
World
mean,
was a better fit.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I was dealing with the manufacturer, and I like all the guys over there for sure. But they're used to the manufacturing world, not the branding world.
Gotcha.
Right.
Was that
Right.
And?
No. And was the relationship we had a couple years after.
Okay.
And's amazing. Everyone at And is like legit.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how it came to World.
Yeah.
Frank Mesman, Steve Rocco at the time, Rodney Mullen, obviously backing it.
Right.
And that's when it was like, okay, Day One got on, Rodney got on, some of the other dudes, and that's how it sort of grew, and they put the money into actually expanding the line.
Yes.
And then from there, the A-Team, everyone sort of wanted to do their own thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark wanted to start Enjoy. Rodney went off and did his thing with Enjoy. Gershon wanted to skate for Blind.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe let's just do a run of Darkstar boards and see how they do. So we did like 2 graphics and 3 sizes or something. And they're like, shit, you just sold like a couple thousand boards. You should probably do a brand. I was like, all right.
But then
let's do
also
it.
now you're taking a wheel company with team riders, making a board brand.
Yeah,
now
which was
that
a little
makes
weird.
it weird, right?
Yeah,
Now
it
you're
was-
going to lose people.
For sure.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
knew that. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, and
but
you
it was
know, looking back,
A lot
that
of
was-
those kids run the same
that
building
was a
now.
tough thing
true.
to do, right?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
we're like,
yeah.
oh no, it's Darkstar wheels and it's Darkstar wood, but
Yeah, you
no,
can't-
it's all fucking one brand,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So you sort of fool yourself on
Yeah.
what you think you could do. Right? You
Yeah.
get caught up in the grandeur of it all, and then you're like, And over time, it fizzles out, and then eventually, you know, the way the market went, the wheels are, you know, being made in the States in a premium urethane, and they become expensive, and then the market becomes price driven, and
Sure.
you just, you know, eventually we're like, let's just stick to boards, and you know,
Yeah.
wheels will come along another time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're doing Rex wheels, right?
I was, and then, you know, comes back to highest and best use of your time, and for me, working on a wheel brand isn't the highest and best use of my time.
Wow. Well,
So-
thanks for coming, man. That was a great. I mean, wow, we covered a lot. That was.
How did you
All right,
come
I'm done.
How did you come up with the name Darkstar?
So at the time, a lot of people were, I mean, some of the names I was trying to come up with, I like kick myself. I was just going like, what the fuck are you on?
You don't even want to share them with us.
No, hell no. But you know, my brother went through college and you know, took a lot of those management type classes that I never took. You know, so I'd run names by him. He's like, no, dude, you're way the fuck off.
Okay.
And we just started thinking like, all right, it's going to be a super small brand, started out of a garage, 8 foot by 8 foot space. We're trying to tap into a category that literally it's like Bones and Spitfire, the big players, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to be this small little brand that no one's really going to notice or see. And, you know, a dark star is a star that's in the sky, but you can't really fucking see it.
Right.
So that was
Interesting.
sort of it. And
Okay.
then, you know, how it led into all the nights and all that stuff, I can't really put my finger on
Yeah.
how that
But it
came
seems to go
about,
hand. It
but,
seems to
like,
work. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Our friend who actually did the logo, Scott Herskovitz, he really understood creating logos and, you know,
Yeah.
that type of thing. He's like, look, you need something that's identifiable like
Sure.
a Spitfire logo, right? And he came up with the helmet
The
logo.
helmet logo. Yeah.
So
And here you are. How many years later? I mean, this has been
1997. So
Kelly, do the what in 97?
22 years.
22 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
You guys celebrate the 20th at all?
Yeah, just like
Reissues?
low
Or-
pro. We didn't want to blow it up too big because we noticed what was happening as soon as someone was like 20-year anniversary. Next year they're gone.
is that right? Okay.
You guys are old.
So we're like, hey, let's just keep that on the DL.
We'll go get us some cakes and maybe some cupcakes.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's amazing, though.
Like I
Congrats.
said,
that's an accomplishment.
it's a mature
Seriously.
brand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.